All right, welcome back to Good Morning Football. Will Selva with you inside the NFL Network newsroom. Well, Gary Kubiak is back in a familiar position. As NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reported, Kubiak will become the Vikings' offensive coordinator now. Kubiak spent last season as the team's assistant head coach and offensive advisor. He takes over for Kevin Stefanski, who is now the head coach in Cleveland. Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer had emphasized the need for continuity on offense, and he does just that with the move with Kubiak. A.J. Green, a pending free agent, hoping the Bengals don't use the franchise tag on him for 2020. Green saying, quote, "A franchise tag is not the best thing." But he did add he's not in the position to turn down $18 million. He also said he always wanted to stay with the Bengals for his whole career, and he feels like they have the pieces if he can stay healthy. Drew Brees' kids living their best life at the Pro Bowl in Orlando. Hello, James Slater. Check out their custom haircuts they're sporting this week in honor of the Pro Bowl. Brees has played in 13 Pro Bowls, but he never knows when his last will be, so he's letting his boys soak it all in.
Yeah, this was a special occasion. This is not a all-the-time thing, obviously, right?
He's one of the cool dads, you know?
The teachers don't love this at school, but no. Yeah, listen, this is once in a lifetime for them. A chance for them to see and be around some of their favorite players, and you know, you're always looking to put your kids in those positions where maybe they get those moments of inspiration, right? Give them great life experiences, and all of a sudden maybe it's catching a pass from Lamar Jackson in the AFC locker room that all of a sudden the light bulb goes off, or just a little word of wisdom that one of the players gives you, or just kind of interacting with them and just watching the way that they handle themselves, conduct themselves. I mean, that's all these guys are role models for my kids, and so I certainly take that role seriously, and I want to try to create as many of these opportunities that I can for them.
And Jane had said it, what a cool dad. If my son said, "Can I please shave 85 49ers on the side?" Say, no way, you're not going to do it. But look at all these experiences. Drew Brees' kids, man, he has it going on, that's for sure.
That's the way you do it,
Can you
man.
imagine?
Yeah, he's making all of us look bad. His kids are so cool, so well behaved. He did a thing over the summer. They did a film festival, and they're watching movies like Hoosiers and Rocky 1, which are tough watches for young kids, and the kids loved it. I'm very jealous of Drew Brees. In fact, I'm pissed off about it.
What are you doing on the weekends with Lil Calvin?
Screaming at them. Just screaming at them and getting in their room and taking away their toys. We're not watching Hoosiers.
Pro Bowls, of course, this weekend. Skills Showdown was yesterday.
It really was, and there was good action. I think we should take a look at it.
Take a look at
With respect to Gene Hackman and Hoosiers and all he accomplished there. Guys, that's Kirk. Kirk throws the long ball really well. Boom! Ooh. He bombed it. He was going against Russ, though. Russell Wilson was fantastic in this thing. Cousins has the howitzer. He does, and he's hit Stephon a million times, and Logan Tess on the call were hyping him. But everyone was in awe of what this man did. Nate, what is your up-to-the-minute take on Russell Wilson's hair? I know you have one.
Ooh, I love that curl, man.
You do?
Yeah, when he goes with the Jerry curl, slick, man. Something out of the 80s.
He looks good. He played good. And that was Stephon Gilmore and Nick Fitzpatrick out there. But Russ ran away with this thing. Very talented guy.
Yeah, very talented. Our very own Omar Ruiz, also a very talented guy, caught up with Russell Wilson. Two studs just chopping it up in Orlando yesterday.
You were voted the starter for this year. You were in the MVP conversation for most of the year. What did that recognition mean to you to get that here in your 8th season?
Well, you every time you train, every time you work, every time you wake up in the morning, you're seeking to be the best in the world. That's why I do it. And, so to be one of the top guys, it's a blessing, and it doesn't just happen, Nothing happens by accident. It's hard work, it's commitment, it's a sacrifice. And so I'm grateful that I have so many people I get to work with every day, and just it's truly a blessing.
Last year when you guys lost in Dallas, I know the goal was to take one step further. You did. But I also saw you tweet the other day that you were sick, that you weren't still playing.
Yeah.
How does this season sort of motivate you for the next one and try to accomplish even more next year?
Well, I think every year is a motivational year. I think every time you play, it's motivation. But I think, I think we got to be better. I think there's ways to be better, and I think there's a lot more room for us to grow. And we're really, really talented. We got a lot of great guys. We went through some injuries, went through some tough circumstances, and we battled, and we still had a chance. And so as long as we got a chance, I like it.
And one of your quarterback brethren, Eli Manning, has decided to retire, a fellow Super Bowl champion. What are your thoughts on Eli and what he's meant to the game?
Well, there's only so many people in the world that have won Super Bowls, and he's one of them. He's won 2. And he's been special his whole career. What he's meant and how he's done it with so much class. The whole Manning family, to be honest with you. Peyton and Eli and the rest of the family, Archie and stuff. So I have a great appreciation for Eli and how he's done it and how you played so many consecutive games. I mean, a true warrior in terms of how to play the game, mentally and physically. So I got a lot of respect for how he played it. He's a legend, and it was grateful to share the field with him a couple times.
Russell Wilson's always in every MVP conversation, isn't he? Whether it's Pro Bowl, regular season, Super Bowl, but
or just
here,
life.
Yeah, there we go. He always stays winning. Here, the Pro Bowl offensive MVP since 2014. Mahomes won it last year. Now he's in the Super Bowl this year. Nate, who do you have winning the Pro Bowl offensive MVP?
Let's go.
Call your shot.
I'm going to go with a newcomer.
Okay.
I was at the hotel where all the Pro Bowlers were at. I get off the elevator, and this big guy is just standing over me. I look up, and it's Kenny Galladay. And I've met Kenny Galladay on a few occasions. I just forget how big he is. I'm like, what's up, bro? How you doing? It's a big smile on his face, happy to be there, sitting there with a few of his family members, all of his luggage. And I said, so I know you didn't get the news because you weren't initially a Pro Bowler. And he said, nah, man, I was actually in Miami. And I was just going to get ready for Super Bowl week and enjoy myself. And then I got the call. And they said, I'm going to be here for the Pro Bowl. So for me, a guy that put up 1,000 the last couple of these seasons, and then this year led the NFL with receivers with 11 touchdowns, he's the guy that's going to go hard. You know, you have one dude, not to try hard, but to go hard. He's that dude. So I got him scoring 2 touchdowns in this game and being the MVP.
Ooh.
You know, I feel like one of those guys who's going to go hard is Darius Slay, his teammate. I feel like on the defensive side he is.
I just feel like with the Pro Bowl being in Orlando all week and Miami being so close to that, we're going to have an unprecedented number of NFL stars in Miami for Super Bowl week next week. Don't you think?
Yeah,
They're just going to stay down there with their families, go on, hang out in Miami for a couple of days. It's going to be maybe the best Super Bowl we've had in a long time.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Very excited about that. I'm going to call my shot with the obvious answer, Lamar Jackson. And before we just go into all of his amazingness, look what he did in practice yesterday. Oh, from 50 yards out.
What do we got here? What is this?
Kind of funny yesterday.
Great job.
Crossbar. Seriously?
That's awesome.
Pretty good.
Absolutely awesome.
This is insane. Nate, talk about this.
It's unbelievable. What I love about it, he just walks into it. He didn't take any drop back or
It's very
pro
casual.
hop. Very casual and right down the middle. You know, people kind of gave him a hard time about the competition, skills competition, but if you can do that, that's all that matters.
I think he takes it, Schrags, and then next year he's in the Super Bowl.
What's in his
Just like
favor?
Mahomes did.
What's
He
in his
won the
favor is
MVP, and now he's in the Super Bowl.
Guys don't really tackle in a Pro Bowl. So
not.
if he leaves the pocket, most likely he's going to score.
He gone. We got Schrags. I'm going to go with this teammate. If you've been watching the Ravens social media feed all week, it has been a Mark Ingram unplugged. It's been unbelievable. Ingram is on such a rapid tear of winning the day when it comes to content. He's going to continue it going on Sunday. Let me tell you something. Ingram yesterday was holding kicks for Justin Tucker, and Justin Tucker's kicking 70-yarders. Ingram was so jacked up about it. And afterwards, he says he was closing his eyes. He was scared that his hand was going to get kicked, but then he's dancing. You don't see the holder dancing like this after a made field goal too often. I think we're going to get Mark Ingram. Look at him. I think Ingram holds a kick. I think Ingram might get a kick. I think Ingram might get a sack. I think Ingram might throw a touchdown in this game. I think with the offensive coaches from the Ravens, whether it be Greg Roman or Bobby Ingram or James Irvin, who is ever down there, they're going to have a Mark Ingram package. Lamar might be the biggest star.
Yeah.
Ingram's going to be your MVP. And, you better believe there's some good mic'd up content we'll be playing over the offseason.
Talk
about
it. To reunite with Alvin Kamara. They're already talking about how much they love each other. They get to hang out for the week. That's
an emotional,
I'm into it.
big trust.
Yes.
I've seen some weird things in the Pro Bowl. I've seen Barry Switzer in a Hawaiian shirt eating a hot dog in the middle of the game. I've seen Tony Gonzalez get ejected from the game for fighting Jesse Armstead. It was wild. But we ain't never, ever seen an offensive lineman win the MVP. I don't care if it was Nate Newton, Larry Allen. Oh, that's the man who's going to get it. Quenton Nelson, Indianapolis Colts. He took a face shot in the middle of dodgeball yesterday, was not happy about it, wanted to know who the hell did it because there were so many guys out there, so you do what you do in this day and age. You go right to Twitter. Who threw that at Thingamy so I can shove him in a locker? What was the tweet that Big Q Nasty put out immediately after this happened? $100 Venmos, the first one to tell me who pegged me in the dome. #payback. Most of the sleuthing says it was Eddie Jackson and the Chicago Bears. I can't confirm.
Yeah.
I also can't confirm. Sometimes when you play dodgeball, face shots don't count. You're still in.
Yeah, you get above the head.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a no-holds-barred thing. I think Quenton Nelson is going to have a rushing touchdown.
Okay.
I think Quenton Nelson is going to have a receiving touchdown. And he's also one of those guys who only knows one speed. He has that sort of Sean Taylor factor where, like, dude, I don't care. I'm going to run you the hell over. Quenton Nelson, Big Q Nasty, MVP.
In the heat of the moment, you guys are playing in the Pro Bowl. There's adrenaline, there's fun, and you hit Quenton Nelson in the face. What do you do?
Crawl and go somewhere.
What do you do?
I get out the credit card and I say, drinks on me, Q.
Really?
Yeah.
You go up to him and say, I hit you. If he said, who hit me? Who hit me? You guys would admit to it?
Your ball struck my foot.
I would go right here, right behind you. And be like, it was not me. 100%. You crazy?
I'd be like, it was me. You want another one?
Hit him again.
Whoa.
Get